Hello everybody, and welcome to the United Rentals Pro Cup Series. Season 1, Race 1 is well awaited. We are here at the famous Daytona International Speedway for 40 laps. Let's jump right into your starting lineup for today's race. Starting on the pole is Bradley Sawinski. Starting second is Jimmy Nelson. Then you have Brayson Collins, Charlotte Combs, Daisy Emmers, Brody Wolverton. You have James Nelson. The 0800 might be switched up, so my apologies if I messed that up. Mishy Combs in the 9, and then you have Maggie Patterson and Josh Patterson, Jeffrey Groves, Nelson Ferriera Jr., Toby McDonald on the inside here, Donovan David in the 04 car, Miles Nelson in the 01, Gage Huffman in the 21, Matthew McDonald, Christian Visconti. Christian Visconti's in the 80, McDonald's in the 48. I'm doing this out of order. Sam Lee here on the inside. And to his outside is the 78 of Tesla Emmers. I have Ryan Bailey, Diesel Collins,
Drivers,
Ryan Kame,
start your
Dylan
engines.
Cutruff, as you hear the command in the background, Brady Cox, Sam Cole, Braden Cardoso, Gavin James, Pam Nelson, Anthony Foss, Nick Bonventura, Darwin Patterson, and starting last but not least, the 88 of Sean Cox. So as the cars roll off here, some major predictions by me. Car that starts some mid-pack cars. So I'm thinking right around this row right here, this Matthew McDonald, Christian Visconti, Sam Lee, Tesla Emmers, Diesel Collins, Ryan Bailey row. One of those guys somewhere mid-pack is gonna win. You do not start up front and win. It's going to be interesting to see. So Brayson Collins and Charlotte Combs making up row 2 here. So, not much to say here on the pace lap, obviously. We're under the lights in South Beach, Florida. Okay, well, not South Beach, it's Miami, my bad. We're under the lights, though, in Florida. Beautiful weather here. Bradley Sawinski on pole. Not much else to say here. So, we'll see how this race goes. It's Daytona, it's a plate race, anybody can win, anybody can be chaotic, and that's how this is going to be. Here they are coming to the line. Pace car pulls off onto pit road, and Bradley Sawinski will be starting us off here. And green flag in the air here at Daytona. Bradley Sawinski and Jamie Nelson are 1-2. Here comes Brayson Collins already to the inside. He has help from James Nelson in the 08. Once again, I don't know if the numbers are right or the right ones. Easy enough to look at it later on. I'm pretty sure I got it right though. Sawinski leads here. Collins tagging along on the inside line. Sawinski jumps up to the outside, and here comes Daisy Emmers in the 77 behind Collins. We'll get back in line. They're 2 by 2 behind Sawinski, who looks to lead the first lap here. Down to protect the inside. And Bradley Sawinski will be able to protect the lead long enough that he will lead the first ever lap in United Rentals Pro Cup Series history. Brayson Collins now in second, tagging along following Sawinski. Daisy Emmers gets to the inside of Collins there, so not for long. That Collins will hang there. So Mustang charge behind Sawinski. Next 3 cars on the inside line. And Emmers already looking to fight for the lead here. And it looks like she will. Daisy Emmers gets to the inside of the 28 here, followed by Jimmy Nelson. now Emmers will take over the lead here. So with Emmers leading now, being tagged along by Nelson, Emmers' teammate, 07 car, that is Maggie Patterson. She could be a person to give Emmers assistance to keep this lead, or even potentially be a threat to take it away from her. I mean, this is Daytona. Teammates matter, but at the same time, teammates don't matter. Maggie Patterson jumping to the inside will tag along with her teammate Daisy Emmers. Back here, you have some interesting action as Charlotte moves and James Nelson up to the wall. Looks like they got forced out of line, but now here comes an outside line forming here. Groves jumps to the inside. He was just seen on the outside a minute ago. Here comes Toby McDonald. He tried to make a move on Groves, quickly realized that ain't gonna happen, and he drops back in line. And now Maggie Patterson getting forced backwards. But Emmers looking really strong here early. Daisy Emmers, that is. Sister Tesla is in the 78 Menards car for the back. Look at that pack. It's lots of lane switching, lots of side-by-side racing. There's been some decent attempts to fight for the lead here. Daisy Emmers, granted, has accepted every attempt, but she's being tailed right now by Jeffrey Groves. Can Groves do something here to take the lead? Strong showing by the Nelsons today. James Nelson has been a camera shot, Jimmy Nelson's been a camera shot, and now you have Miles Nelson in the 01 Lowe's car in camera shot. As they're starting to sink the ball out here. A little bit of racing back here though, as there's a third lane with Sawinski, Collins, Nelson, and Combs. Side by side here right now between Braden Cardoso and Maggie Patterson. Oh, there's somebody moving up here for the lead. It is Miles Nelson jumping to the inside. Toby McDonald and Sam Lee will go to the outside, and they're going to get out of the line. As Jeffrey Groves not really wanting to make a move here. And it looks like there might be a 3-car breakaway if Ryan Kane cannot catch Miles Nelson's bumper here, side by side behind him between Brady Cox and Toby McDonald. Here comes Miles Nelson again to the inside of Jeffrey Groves. Nelson got impatient, said, "Listen, Groves, if you're not going to make the move, I'm going to make the move." Miles Nelson now to the inside of Groves as doing that. Daisy Emmers continues to lead. Now here comes Ryan Kane, making things a little dicey here. He's being followed by Brady Cox, and now Brady Cox looks to Ryan Kane's inside. They're 3 wide for second place. Braden Cardoso will tag along behind Brady Cox. Jeffrey Groves tries to get down in front of him and it doesn't look like it's going to work. And now Brady Cox takes second, making a nice 3-wide move there. And Brady Cox will fight for the lead here. He doesn't have much help, but he's forced Emmers to the outside. Brady Cardoso on the inside, Ryan Kim on the outside. The outside lane not as formed up as well as the inside lane is. Cox and Emmers side by side as they go through one. And it looks like Cox will clear Emmers, and Cardoso will close the gap enough to where Emmers cannot get down, and Emmers. It was a long lead, personally, for Daytona standards, but it just was not enough to hang on. Cardoso jumps to the outside, potentially an issue. No, now he'll look to the inside. Cardoso to the inside of Brady Cox. And side by side, Cox and Cardoso, the outside lane formed up well. Can they help Cox out here? Brady Cox's teammate Sean Cox is behind Braden Cardoso, and it looks like he's going to assist Cardoso. Cardoso will jump to the outside here, and Braden Cardoso will lead a lap here. Brady Cox's lead did not last long, but here comes Sean Cox. Cardoso trying to make sure Brady Cox isn't going to run. Cardoso needs to jump to the inside real quick. He will get there. Run by Sean Cox. Cox being pushed by Sam Lee. Pam Nelson, I believe that was getting forced out of line back there. It was. So now Sean Cox to the lead. Sam Lee following. Here's Diesel Collins. And look at that. Bradley Sawinski, 4th on the inside line. Now 3rd on the inside line as Cox jumps to the outside to protect the lead. Sawinski getting back in the mix after he started pole, and Emmers, it looks like she's staying up there. She's working on the outside, but she's staying with the pack here. So Sean Cox now leads. 3 different leaders in 3 different laps. As the outside line starts to fall backwards. That's being led by Cardoso. And a big jump to the outside by Sawinski, Diesel Collins, and Sam Lee. This year is trying to tail Sean Cox. Gavin James was stuck on the inside there, the 99.7 machine. So they single file out up here. Looks towards the back of the pack here. Lots of side-by-side racing. Oh, and a move by Sawinski, the pole sitter. He gets to the inside of Diesel Collins and will get there. Sam Cole will follow in line with Sawinski as Gavin James gets forced to the outside. That closes the hole so Diesel Collins cannot jump down. Here's Gage Huffman. He's also coming up, but there's a gap. Oh, move by Sawinski. He'll go to the inside of Sam Lee, and Bradley Sawinski trying to get back in this one. He started pole, he fell backwards, and now he's really caught back up here. Second place right now behind Sean Cox. Can Sawinski make a move on Cox? Corner now as the inside line is getting a little shaky here. Gavin James to the inside of Sam Cole. Sawinski tailing Cox. Sawinski now goes to the inside of Cox. Sawinski with no help though. Sam Cole stays to the outside with Cox. Gavin James will now come to the inside. And he will get up to Sawinski's bumper. Gage Huffman now coming. Oh, they're pitting. Pit cycle. Who pits, who stays out? We'll follow who pits here. So, Sawinski, Gavin James, Gage Huffman, Brady Cox, Nelson Ferreira, Daisy Emmers, Nick Mitra, James Nelson, Charlotte Combs, Josh Patterson, Ryan Bailey, and Darwin Patterson all stay or go to pits. So we'll be watching the pit race out of the pits here. Sawinski just now gets to his stall. Here's the back of the pack that stayed out, 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Maybe this isn't the pack that stayed out. Where are they at? Oh, they're up here, so there's different packs right now. Sam Cole trying to take the lead on the inside here, and Sean Cox and Sam Lee might not be able to pit here if they want to. Oh, they are going to try to. So, Sawinski, everyone out of pit road there. Here comes Cole, Cutrough, Cox, Lee, Collins, Cardoso, Emmers, McDonald, Kame, David, Nelson, Foss, McDonald, Collins, Wolverton, Combs, Patterson, Nelson, Groves, Visconti, and Nelson. Anyway, stay out. Can't find if anybody stayed out. Sean Cox and Sam Cole already coming out on pit road. Oh! Damage to the back of the 48. Not sure where that came from, but he is now missing a rear bumper. So is the 04 of Donovan David. The 08 retired after running up front a little bit. That's interesting to see. He's 8th place right now. I am very confused as to what happened as these cars come out of pit road. I'm not really sure where to go. Here's Sawinski and Huffman. And here's Cole and Cox. Can Sawinski and Huffman get there? I don't think they can. As Lee and Cardoso have entered the track, Huffman and Sawinski working together. Gavin James slow on the apron. I believe Gavin James ran out of fuel. That's going to bring out the caution. Maybe. Does it? No, caution does not wave. Gavin James is in pit road. Unfortunate events for Gavin James here is who cycles out the leader? Is it Sam Cole? And it looks like it. Oh no, it's Sean Cox. Sean Cox goes the lead from Cole. Here comes Sawinski and Huffman on the outside. Sawinski goes high. Huffman doesn't go. Sawinski with a run on the outside. And Sawinski will get to Sean Cox's bumper. Here comes Sawinski making moves. Huffman goes with him. Sawinski side by side with Sean Cox. The battle for the lead here. I didn't realize how strong of a car Sawinski was going to Sawinski takes the lead. They single file out here. Racing going on. Battling. Here we go. Here's a pack. Being led by Ryan Kane with Pam Nelson there. Here comes Charlotte Holmes. Big pack here, actually. Ryan Kane leading in. He's tailing her. He's being tailed by Pam Nelson, Charlotte Holmes. Here's that 78 I was talking about earlier, Tesla Immers. Sister. Josh Patterson and Jimmy Nelson. Maybe? No, they don't. It looks like they're going to make a move to the inside of Charlotte Combs for a second. Speaking of that, here comes Combs to the inside of Kane. So Combs will get by them. We are nearing the halfway mark here. Is it decent pack back here? Not really. Sam Cole has lost Huffman, Cox, and Sawinski, it looks like. And it looks like they're going to be a single file train. Not many moves to be made here. And yeah, that's just going to be a single file race. Back in the pack, there is still not much going on. They're going to single file out here. There's some talking about between Nelson and Emmers. There's Combs, Miles Nelson, and McDonald. Overton, here's McDonald and David, the two damaged cars. Rose, Visconti, and that's Maggie Patterson, who's making a move to the inside of Visconti. Collins all on his own, Gavin James on his own. Oh, but there's a battle for the lead, I think I saw. Scroll through the field here as there's a pack forming back here. This could be dangerous as these guys are battling. Sawinski gets moved by Cox and Huffman. They could be forming back up soon, guys. Look at this pack. Cardoso, Collins, Patterson to the inside of Diesel Collins. This pack is coming quick. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 car pack. Here they are, they're going to catch Cole. What does Cardoso do with Cole? Does he draft with Cole? Does he pick him up and push him? It looks like that will be the case here as Diesel Collins gets sent backwards. Oh no, Cardoso and Patterson are going to go to the inside of Cole. Huffman and Sawinski are still side by side up here. Oh, there's tire marks here. Caution is out. Pace car's out, and who is that has major damage? Kame, Nelson, oh man. Wow, a lot of laps led here for Daisy Emmers. Let's see what happened. Let's go back here, look at the replay. Alright, so looks here, Charlotte Combs and Ryan Kame. Coming on her inside, she just tries to come down, and she keeps coming down on Charlotte Combs. Ryan Kame backs into her, and great avoidance by the double O. The double zero didn't quite avoid it. Ooh, hard hit for the 0-1. The 3 makes it through, and good avoidance by everyone else. That double zero did a really good job making it through that. So, 3 cars involved. Let's get an onboard here with the... like from his point of view here, as this was a very interesting crash. Here he is, side by side. Definitely has a caution's out. Means they'll catch up to the pace car. We're gonna scroll through here as fast as we can. Probably gonna see a few pace laps here. Here though, probably gonna pit right here. We'll see what happens as we are basically halfway. Looks like it's gonna be a 3 or 4 stop race. Looks like everybody's gonna come to pit road here. Everyone, as we can see. So we're gonna look here at your leader, Sean Cox, and see what his pit cycle looks like it's gonna be. Actually, we're gonna watch the end of pit road here. As there's the pace car going by, it looks like somebody decided to stay out. Can't quite tell who that is. And here they come down through pit road. Some cars might be exiting, some cars might just be entering. As Sawinski, who had that first pit stall for getting pole. Looks like Brandon Cardoso is going to win the race off of pit road. Collision on pit road between Combs, McDonald, and Collins. Mishy Combs, that is. So Braden Cardoso won the race off of pit road, and Gavin James stayed out. He had that issue earlier where he was on the apron. It looks like he is a lapped car. I cannot identify if he is or is not, as they are struggling to get lined up here. I believe Gavin James is on the lead lap. Gavin James is going to start first here on this restart. I don't know if that's good for Cardoso or not, because I'm not sure what Cardoso took. I don't know if him and even right here, Darwin Patterson, I'm not really sure who took what. Sawinski beat out Cox, which that kind of makes sense. Sawinski had the first pit stall, but he also kind of had a short stop for as far as he had to go down pit road. It's really interesting here to see the economics. Actually, is Gavin James pitting this time? Gavin James is pitting this time, so Braden Cardoso will be the leader when we go to green. I'm not sure when we'll receive one to go here. It's not going to be this lap, as Gavin James is pitting. So Braden Cardoso will be the leader. He led a lap earlier. He's been up towards the front for a good majority of this race. Darwin Patterson, we haven't heard much of him. Heard a lot of his teammate Daisy Emmers, who's just involved in that wreck, but I heard good things about her too, as she did lead a chunk of laps here in the first quarter of this race. Sawinski started pole, and I was thinking, you know, it's going to be a guy about mid-pack who ends up pulling out the win. And actually, I believe Cardoso was one of the names I mentioned in that mid-pack. I don't remember actually if it was or not, but Sawinski's really proven, you know what, you can start pole and still be really competitive for the race, as we're about halfway here, and Sawinski's been up here for at least 3/4 of that time. Sean Cox has also been up front. Gage Huffman making his way up front. That's your top 5. Let's go see where Gavin James... Oh, what's going on back here? Cutrough, James, and... car missing a hood. Sam Cole and Dylan Cutrough with major damage. Not sure what happened to them. Let's go look at Mishy Combs real quick. She has some rear end damage, and Matthew McDonald just got a beat up car. He has not had that good of a race. What about Brayson Collins? This car looks alright. He was also involved in that incident on pit road between Combs and McDonald. Looks like there's hardly any damage, if there was any in the first place. I believe they're going to get the one to go this time. We'll find out as the lights on the pace car flicker. And yes, one to go this time until we go green. Braden Cardoso will be your leader. Gavin James is a lap down, so he will be pulling up to the inside of Cardoso. Probably not what Cardoso wants to see here. As the leader, you definitely don't want to see that lap car on your inside, because that car is going to really affect you here on this restart. You probably would want to be able to jump down real quick, get to the inside here. Cardoso is going to have to help that James gets a really bad start, or James gets a really good start, he can tuck in behind him, or that he can just outgas James. Maybe Patterson stays with him, maybe not, but this is really good. This is what Bradley Sawinski and Sean Cox want to see, as they've been up front most of the race. They got beat off the pit road by Cardoso and Patterson. So this is what they want to see. They want to see Gavin James mess with Cardoso and Darwin Patterson, and hopefully Sawinski and Cox can make the right decision. But then again, if Gavin James is actually slower as a lap car, do you want to jump to the inside behind him to try to get leverage on the guys who are on the outside? Who knows here, to be honest. It's Daytona. I don't really know what else to say other than, yeah, it's Daytona. This is happening. So Brandon Cardoso this time around. Nike sponsor number 11. Here they are coming to the green flag. Pace car is going to make a sharp left turn here, and Braden Cardoso will be taking the green flag as the leader for the first time this race. We are just past halfway here at Daytona. Green flag wave, and Braden Cardoso leads him to the green. Here comes Sawinski to the inside. This is exactly the strategy I was talking about. Here comes Ferreira and Bailey, McDonald. Here comes Huffman. Cardoso will clear Gavin and James, and now can he use Gavin James as a pick. James is a lapped car. He's going to be in the middle of all these lead lap cars. This is Brady Cardoso's chance to win this race. As here comes Huffman to the inside as Gavin James closes up the outside for Sawinski. Huffman will not get to the inside of James. He might here, actually. And he will. Sawinski gets stuck on the outside, and Bradley Sawinski is the biggest loser here. Darwin Patterson falling back as well. Huffman's going to look to the inside of Gavin James now, and Cardoso cannot use James as a pick for long, as Sawinski will get back to the inside somehow. And Sawinski's going to look to the inside of Huffman. He'll get back in line, and Cardoso's going to get trained by Huffman, as he thought Gavin James was going to be his buddy there, and Gavin James said, no sir. Gage Huffman will be leading here. But Bradley Sawinski, what a night for him. Here at Daytona, he has been competitive to the end, and he is racing here for the lead after he started out with the lead. It is just great performance by him. He's doing the complete opposite of what I thought would happen here. I thought he'd fall back and he'd be done. So it looks like Huffman will indeed lead this lap here. Diesel Collins in tow of Sawinski with the pack behind him. Cardoso hanging thick on the outside, but not for long. Keep in mind, this field is mostly Chevrolets and Fords. There are two Dodges, which is Braden Cardoso in the 11, Ryan Bailey in the 27 WWE NXT car. And there's one Toyota, which is Anthony Foss in the 54 Subway car. We've seen him earlier. So Sawinski on the bumper of Huffman. Diesel Collins gets forced 3 wide with Ferreira and Ryan Bailey. Where did Bailey come from? Ryan Bailey from nowhere will come to take third, and Diesel Collins is going to drop back. Here comes Ryan Bailey to the inside of Sawinski. Ryan Bailey says, hold on guys, it is my time. He had a run, he had to back off a little bit. Sawinski started to come down. Sawinski's going to have draft, and he's going to have help from Ferreira. The pack is not really built up behind Bailey too well. Here comes Josh Patterson. He'll get to Bailey's bumper. Patterson being pushed by Brady Cox and Christian Visconti. Here comes Ryan Bailey to second place now. Josh Patterson pushing Bailey. Bailey moves up the racetrack. That was not a smart idea. But here comes the inside line. Can Bailey get to the inside here and help have Josh Patterson assist him to the front? Bailey on the bumper of Huffman. And Bailey's not making a move here. I'm a little surprised by that action. He has Patterson and Cox to help him. Patterson and Cox are not going to be patient at all here. Exactly what I expected. Patterson's going to make the move here to the inside of Bailey. Bailey's going to come down. He'll clear Patterson. Cox to the outside. Cox needs to get down quick. Can he get there? Can he get there? Can he get there? Cox had plenty of room to come down. He'll get there. And he'll get back in the line. Huge run from the pack here. Here comes Ryan Bailey finally making a move to the inside of Huffman. Josh Patterson no, he's not going to stay with his Ford teammate. And Ryan Bailey will take the lead here. Can Bailey hold on and lead the lap? Here's Josh Patterson towing Ryan Bailey. And Bailey will lead a lap here. 3 wide for 4th. Huffman, Visconti, and Wolverton. Here comes Brady Cox with the run with Josh Patterson. Cox to the inside of Patterson. And now Brody Wolverton moving up through the pack. A very intriguing race. Ryan Bailey leading. Both Dodges have led laps today. That's very impressive from manufacturer. Show, hey, we're small but mighty. Brody Wolverton will pit. Does anybody go with him? Just Wolverton. Very interesting decision. It's all about pit strategy here. Lots of damaged cars in the back here. Ryan Bailey and Brady Cox are tandeming away. Here comes the 78 of Tesla Immers being pushed by Bradley Sawinski, and Sean Cox is coming up through the field too. Cox has been up front most of this race. Here comes Sawinski to the inside of Immers. Sawinski's not going to wait long. And he will get there. Does Sawinski have enough help to go catch Cox and Bailey? And get a shot at this one. Sean Cox says, hey man, I'm going to help you. We've been up front together, we got to get up there. And they'll try to battle it out on their own here. We're almost 3/4 of the way through the race. It's looking like this could be a 3-stop race. Is anybody going to try to stretch it out for 2 stops? Could Brody Wolverton have just played the perfect strategy of hitting now and doing this full speed and pull out the rest of this race? Who knows? Sawinski has caught the back bumper of Brady Cox. Ryan Bailey continues to lead here as they're single file out. Brady Cox looks like he might be able to make a move here. They're scrunched up down the back straightaway. Sawinski says, I'm done with you, Brady Cox. I'm not being patient. Here comes Bradley Sawinski to the inside. Jeffrey Groves will follow him. Here comes Anthony Foss to Toyota, and Brendan Cardoso coming back to the front now. Jeffrey Groves moves towards the middle lane, and pit cycle is happening now. It's going to be a 3 pit stop race. Sean Cox, Jeffrey Groves, Gavin James stay out. Here comes Ryan Bailey, Sawinski, Cox, Foss, Cardoso, Immers, Patterson, Visconti, Huffman, Combs, Bonventura, Patterson, McDonald, and Collins. I don't think anybody else went down pit road. Diesel Collins pit early as well. Nelson Ferreira, I don't know. I believe he was a car in the good. Pam Nelson. Here comes the 00, the 48, and the 9, all with damage. Did the 3 and 16 pull a good enough strategy here? I don't know. Gavin James is going to look to pass Sean Cox here. If he strands Sean Cox on the outside line, that's going to be difficult. Cox is going to have to let Gavin James by. Let's go watch the pit road cycle here. As it looks like cars are already exiting the pit road. Sure what to expect here. We're under 10 to go now. We are 3/4 in this, or 3/4 completed with this race. Who knows what's going to happen here? Who knows who's going to be leading? Who knows who's not going to be leading? just watching these cars exit pit road, this is going to be an interesting race for sure. I can't tell you who I think is going to win, because to be honest, I have no clue who's going to win. Sawinski's been strong, Bailey strongly, Cardoso's suddenly strong, Sean Cox has been strong all race, but it's Daytona. You never truly know until it happens. It looks like this side leader, I believe, is Jeffrey Groves. Maybe, here's Sam Cole coming out. So Groves and Cox have just exited pit road. Here comes Foss, Bailey, and Cox. I think they're gonna get him here. They will, right? Bailey makes a move to the inside. Bailey, Cox, Groves 3 wide. Bailey has a better lane though to take. Cox is gonna stay with Foss here. Ryan Bailey has the trap from Sam Cole, and Ryan Bailey stuck behind Sam Cole. Brady Cox drops down behind him. Here they go now, making a move to the inside. Ryan Bailey gets stuck behind Sam Cole. Brady Cox makes a move to the inside. And here is Anthony Foss. Anthony Foss will lead a lap. Here comes Groves. Can Sean Cox tag along behind him? I think Sean Cox has lost it here. Here's Brody Wolverton and Diesel Collins. Their strategy, interesting. Here's Cardoso. There's Sawinski. Wolverton and Diesel Collins are flying through the field here. Jeffrey Groves making a move to the inside of Brady Cox. And Anthony Foss is getting away, I think. Yeah, Anthony Foss is going to use Gavin James to draft. And I think he's getting away here. Groves, Bailey, and Cox need to work together. And Jeffrey Groves says, screw you, Bailey. I'm going to your inside. Groves also ran strong here earlier. I mean, I saw a lot of racing. Here comes Foss to the inside now of Gavin James. Ryan Bailey will have to tuck in line behind the 90 car. And Anthony Foss super slow suddenly. Here comes Jeffrey Groves with a run. He's got help from Ryan Bailey. Bailey and Groves to the inside. Here comes Brady Cox and Sean Cox is following. Nelson Ferreira and Brody Wolverton working together. Diesel Collins is also there. And Anthony Foss looks like he has lost the lead here. Jeffrey Groves running a little high, as it looks like they're going to have to get by Pam Nelson. Pam Nelson's going to slow him up. Here comes Brady Cox. And Ryan Bailey once again gets screwed by a lapped car. He has had the worst luck today with lap cars. Maybe not, actually. The lap car is going to make this very dicey, though, as there's a pack form. And Wolverton and Diesel Collins may have pulled a really good strategy. They pit earlier, but they're with the pack here. And I don't really know. I know Wolverton was third, but I don't know what happened to Diesel Collins. Brady Cox and Anthony Foss, though, have really been let down by being stuck behind this lap car here. Here comes Ferreira to the inside of Sean Cox, and they are letting Jeffrey Groves pull away. Can Jeffrey Groves hold on to win here? Ryan Bailey, Jeffrey Groves, each on their own islands. Ferreira, Cox, side by side. This is not what needs to happen. They need to group together and get after Jeffrey Groves. There is not much time left in this race. Lap 35 and 40 coming up here. They're starting to gain on Groves. Ferreira's going to look to the inside of Bailey. This is not a smart decision to be making moves here this early. Jeffrey Groves here. Huge run by Ryan Bailey. Groves won't block it. Jeffrey Groves to the outside, and Ryan Bailey side by side for the lead here in the Daytona 500. Bailey clears Groves, and now is leading Nelson Ferreira. Ferreira might look to the inside here. Ooh, I can sense it. I can sense it. Sean Cox is there, though. Here's Brody Wolverton. Here comes Ferreira looking to make a move. Oh, Donovan David puts Ryan Bailey in the wall. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Bailey in the wall. The lapped car just put him in the wall. The 04 just door slammed Ryan Bailey into the wall. Gavin James now is drafting with Wolverton. Gavin James is making a move. Maybe, no, he'll get back in line. Wolverton is second now. I feel broken-hearted for Ryan Bailey. That 04 car just drove him into the wall. That is unbelievable. That was... wow. I don't even know what to say about that. That was a disgusting move. Meanwhile, here comes Wolverton battling for the lead. Here comes Groves. They're going to go 3-1 for the lead here in the race. Diesel Collins and Gavin James each have a line. Brady Cox is following Diesel Collins. And Nelson Ferriero will get left out to dry. Jeffrey Groves is going to have a huge run. Here comes Diesel Collins to the inside. Matthew McDonald gonna play a role here. He's gonna block Wolverton. He's gonna hit Diesel Collins. Collins spins through the grass. He'll save it. No. Oh no. Diesel Collins around. He'll come down in front of Bailey. Oh no. Caution will wave. Wow. That was insanity. I'm gonna have to look back at this one once again. So let's see, where's Diesel Collins here? There he is. I mean, he probably just went out of control. But watch here. Just watch the lap car of McDonald just come down and slam him. And Cox turns him. Diesel Collins cannot slow down, and he's gonna have to take a wild ride. I'm assuming he lost the brakes there, and Ryan Bailey had nowhere to go. Let's get it on board here with Bailey, because that was a very hard hit. We'll get on board here with Ryan Bailey. Watch this one here. Donovan David puts Ryan Bailey in the wall. That looked really good, man. I thought Ryan Bailey really had to do this. Here's Collins, and he can't slow down enough. He'll hit Collins. I want to see here what Matthew McDonald was doing. I gotta look at this from another angle here, but these lap cars just, I don't know if they're frustrated that they lost a chance to win, but yeah, he comes down on Collins. One more point of view here that I want is Brady Cox. Get a look here from Cox's point of view. So here we are. That is just disgusting behavior by the lap cars. We'll fast forward here back to live TV, as it looks like we don't have... oh, froze. Pace car lights are still on. So let's see if anybody went on pit road. It doesn't look like it. So everyone looks like they're going to try to make it here. Or is this race going to end under yellow? Jeffrey Groves may have just won. I think that's going to do it. Wow. Jeffrey Groves has just won Daytona. This one will end under yellow. Groves has just won Daytona. Wow. Really? Wow. 21 cars will finish on the lead lap here. I don't know what to say. Are the 27 and 16 still on track? If they are, where are they positioned? Wait, okay, here we go. So the 27 and 16, neither of them are on track. Wow. So this is it. I mean, this is the last time down the back straightaway. You know, the only comments I have, you know, it's interesting to see the lap cars, Matthew McDonald and Donovan David really being dirty there. Donovan David, and I mean, I just feel bad for Ryan Bailey. Ryan Bailey was screwed out of this one for sure. I don't see any way that Ryan Bailey was not screwed out of this race. I full on 100% believe Ryan Bailey was screwed out of this race by Donovan David and then by Matthew McDonald. You got to feel bad for Diesel Collins though. He's racing, and McDonald just comes down and hits Collins. None of that matters to Jeffrey Groves though. He doesn't care how it happened. Jeffrey Groves will come across the line, and Jeffrey Groves has just won Daytona. What a way to start off the year. He's already locked in to the playoffs. Jeffrey Groves, ladies and gentlemen, locked into the playoffs. He has just won Daytona. So that's it. Yeah, race is officially complete. Jeffrey Groves has won Daytona. We're going to have to export these. So they're exported here. Here's your final results. Your lead lap cars were Jeffrey Groves, Brady Cox, Brody Wolverton, Anthony Foss, Nelson Ferreira Jr., Sean Cox, Nick Bonvitra, Braden Cardoso, Josh Patterson, Tesla Immers, Gage Huffman, Bradley Sawinski, Charlotte Combs, Darwin Patterson, Sam Lee, Christian Visconti, Bryson Collins, Maggie Patterson, James Nelson, or Jimmy Nelson, whichever one it is, I don't care anymore, and Michie Combs were your top 20. Toby McDonald's last car in the lead lap. Matthew McDonald, Donovan David, Pam Nelson, Dylan Cutruff, Sam Cole were all one lap down. Your cars that retired from the race, Ryan Bailey and Diesel Collins through that accident that ended the race. Gavin James finished 3 laps down, which means they completed more Ryan Bailey and Diesel Collins completed more laps than Gavin James. Ryan Kame, Daisy Immers, Miles Nelson, and Jimmy Nelson, whichever one it is, also retired due to accidents. So 6 retirements, and 6 cars lapped. So that'll do it here for us at Daytona. Jeffrey Groves, ladies and gentlemen, has just won Daytona. Doesn't look like it's going to pop up here. Maybe? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Groves has officially won Daytona. Congratulations to Jeffrey Groves. He really didn't eke out a win at Daytona because, I mean, he had to fight it out through all those talking